Welcome to Missing Person Search Podcast. I'm your host, Trisha Barreto. I am a psychic medium and I work on a lot of missing person cases. So today I'm going to share my psychic medium findings for Mamta Bhatt. So I initially started working on this case maybe a couple months ago. And I was working on a very similar case of Misha Johnson at the time, and I didn't want, because the cases were so similar, I didn't want my findings for Misha and Mamta to cross and get confused in any kind of way. So the first part of my findings were from like a couple months ago, and then the other part of my findings were from actually today. Before I started recording, I spent some time with Spirit getting more stuff. And I've also done some dowsing rods with maps. So let's just get into it. Okay, the first thing I got a couple months ago was a wide freeway. It feels really wide to me. I don't know if it's like a 6-lane or how many lanes, but it just feels like a wide freeway that I don't know if she was taken on that freeway. I heard waterway and stream, open area, cold, berry. I kept seeing a hand coming out of dirt. I've seen this before in other cases where I believe that people were buried in dirt. In the beginning, I also kept seeing soil that had like little white circular pieces in it. It's like, I believe it's a specific type of gardening soil, and I felt like something was hidden in there. It may not be her, but it may be evidence. But again, this feels like a very specific type of soil. Rapid, loud water. I kept hearing rapids, the word rapids, and it made me feel like fast-moving streams of water. I did have a feeling of my right ear being underwater, and that could kind of signal like parts of a body being underwater. But it's not, I don't necessarily feel her submerged in water. I've worked on cases where people have been fully submerged in water, and I'm not getting that feeling. Severed rapids again, a discount store sign, a park entrance sign. Don't take the main path, go on veer off path, narrow path. So it feels like there's an open main path, but then it veers off maybe to like a narrow hidden path that is not clearly visible. I got lemons. He drove out there 2 times or multiple times. I see rows of trees, lottery. I keep feeling really cold, like it's really cold out there. A do not enter sign, a wrong way sign, recycle bin, Payless. I looked at some businesses on the map. I noticed there's a closed down Payless shoe store in the area where she's from. Church. I saw a cross, and that tells me it must be a church nearby. I got Lutheran, a ring. A tree fallen. I saw a tree down on the ground fallen. A cross again with the church nearby. Auto body, tanning, daycare, interstate. I don't know if this is a triple digit or a single digit. And I don't know where the 5 fits in the front, the back, the middle, what. But I heard the word interstate, and then I also felt like there was a number 5 in there. Books, north. So north, this is a big one highlighted to me. So when I'm looking at where she's from, my eyes just want to dart, like make a beeline straight up. So where she's from, forgive me if I mispronounce some of this stuff, Manassas Park, like when you just look at a map and you go straight up. Then I got something park. I don't know. I feel like it's like a word and then the word park. Close to water, in dirt, by tree, buried. I heard the word golden. I don't know. I don't know if it's corral, golden corral. I'm not quite sure. I feel like there's a lot of colors. I feel like she was showing me Mendi or henna on her hands. I saw a dog paw. I heard dog park a couple times. Interstate with 2 digits. I think there's 3-digit like highways and 2-digit highways. This felt like I was getting like a 2-digit highway. Plumbing. I saw a trash can in a park, like a park trash can. Trails. Off-road. I heard mail. I saw yellow fire hydrant, cookies, smell, dress store, shoe store. I don't know if I wrote it down here. An Indian clothing store, shoe store, partially in dirt, hair bow, hair tie. I got Long's Drugs, but Long's Drugs was bought out by CVS, so maybe that's referencing a CVS. A bridge nearby, a freeway nearby. I heard Lost at Sea. People drive by location, forestry, ruler, toll. I felt like this is like a toll road or toll highway where there's like a toll. Opened, slide, bike trail path. That's something I keep feeling is like a bike trail or path. Veer off road. A cooler, like the type of cooler that you would put like for food and drinks. Massive trees, owl, beads. This sketch right here. So what it is like a trail, and then there's like a trees with zigzag. I use like a line to connect the trees because it feels like the trees are in some kind of pattern where they zigzag. And then on the other side, that little green box is meant to be a trash can. Like in a park, this feels like kind of like a park or some kind of trail. And then I saw a fire hydrant, and I didn't know if this was the right place to place it, so I erased it. But then something told me to like put it back, and it's like a yellow fire hydrant. And then I see like water nearby, and that's what that blue line is. Like somewhere in the back or on the side, there's water. Off freeway, local spot. I heard the name Vanish. I don't know if it's like a Dr. Vanish or just like the name Vanish. I don't know, something to do with the name Vanish. I don't know if it's related to like healthcare or what. 3 waterways, a dupatta, scarf, Indian clothing store. Yeah, I did put that down. Indian clothing store nearby. The number 54 or 54. Jameson, I don't know if that's a name of a person, a name of a road, alcohol. I don't know where that comes in. Close to outlets. I was seeing like clowns, and I kind of like felt circusy to me. Manassas Park throw out. I heard that. I heard Manassas Park throw out. So I don't know what that means. Straight line north, from where she's from, Manassas Park, straight up north. Brambleton stands out. Brambleton irritates me, and I don't know why. When I look at it on a map, I just feel like irritated. Like I feel tense when I look at it. And so that means something to me. I can't make sense of it. It's obviously, if it's irritating me, it's got a negative connotation to it. So it kind of makes me wonder how that comes into this. Passing farm. Crayons, Chinese takeout, fishing, thrift store, open case, closed case. When I heard open case, closed case, that makes me feel like this case is going to be closed and there is going to be conviction. Here, I don't know if that means her body being found or just enough evidence for a full conviction for the case to be closed. Bridge, toll again, under, fast food, fries, child care center, Pentecostal. I heard Pentecostal a couple times. Place with smoke coming from it. This feels like a building or a business that typically at certain times of the day has smoke coming from the top of it, like it's supposed to. I don't know. Maybe they burned something there. I heard river run, riverway, birds, geese, open area, secluded, the letter S, maybe for a street. Alfred Hitchcock. This feels like performance art. associated with that. So maybe a location where they're doing Alfred Hitchcock performance. And then the number 3. Until Mamta's body is found, this is not closed for me. I'm still open to spirit. So if I get more insight, I'll just make another video and share it here on my YouTube channel. But I just wanted to share what I got so far. I did do dowsing rods on maps, and that was taking me to the Shenandoah area. That's very foresty, and that would be to the west of Manassas Park, where her house was at. So with dowsing rods and divination tools, I don't always use them because I always feel like whatever spirit's giving me that I put in my notes here, to me, that always feels more accurate than divination tools. However, divination tools can be like really helpful, especially when we're using maps and we're trying to get location information. So I think if I get more insight from spirit, maybe I'll do the maps and I'll have some images of map locations. Maybe I'll even pull some cards. But I feel like for the past 2 months, I've really needed to share this information and spend some more time working on helping to locate Mamta's body. And so I encourage you, if you're out there searching, to use your own intuition. You don't have to be a psychic medium. Mamta can speak to anybody, and go in your dreams, and whatever you're getting, write down and share with those that are searching. I think it's important, because you never know what little bit of information can be what they need to locate her body. The whole point is to locate her body so she can have peace and her justice, and her family and her daughter can have justice and peace and some type of closure to move forward, And I don't know what else to say. Is there anything else, Mamta? I see the color blue. I'm seeing the color blue like really vividly right now. What am I seeing blue for? I don't know what this is referencing, but I just see the color blue. Anything else? I'm hearing the word shoes. So I don't know how that can be used here, but I hear the word shoes. Maybe this would be shoes that she had. Maybe there's evidence on shoes. I don't know. Shoes. Yeah, it feels like nicer shoes, like shoes you would wear to like fancier shoes, like maybe a heel or just like a fancier shoe. What else, Mamta? Is there anything else? I hear the word dentist. I feel like this may even be like location-based stuff. That's the thing I did notice about a lot of this stuff. It's very much like city-based, like shops and stores, and it feels very like residential based stuff that I've gotten here. But at the same time, where she's been placed, I feel a lot of dirt and trees and greenery and water in the nearby, and maybe even like some kind of trail or something. If you're somebody that's searching, do feel free to share my findings and screenshot them and do whatever you need to do with them to help. That's what they're here for. That's the whole point of the podcast, the Missing Person Search podcast, is me sharing my findings that can potentially help to locate these missing people, their bodies, so they can have peace, so they can have justice, so their loved ones can have peace and justice and healing. That's why I do it. Mamta, anything else you can share? I feel a necklace. I don't know where the necklace comes in. Anything else? Hair. I feel like she's showing me her long hair. I don't know what that means, though. How can I put, maybe there's a hair place where she got her hair done, or a hair place nearby. Again, a lot of this stuff feels very much like shopping centers, and so it really makes me wonder, like when I was going into this, I didn't know, because half of my findings were from like a couple months ago, and then the other half was like from today, and the ones from today felt very much like I'm looking at like residential, like shopping areas, and like where they have trails where people go to like walk dogs and walk. But then there's also very much like trees and dirt and stuff like that. So, I I hope and pray that her body gets found soon, and that's why we do this. And just, please use your own intuition and search with love. I think the most powerful tools that we can have combined are the love that we have for these people, excuse me, and our own intuition. And when we combine them together, I think it's really powerful in how we're searching and how spirit is giving us information. So, I don't know why Kafle is standing out to me right now. I don't know why she's... Mamta, are you highlighting that? I feel like I want to say a birthday cake. I don't know where birthday cake comes into this, but I'm hearing birthday cake. And that's how the information comes in. And you can see how it's coming in right now. Mamta's literally giving me birthday cake. Maybe I feel like it could be a reference to her daughter's birthday, or a place where you would get a birthday cake, even a bakery. But you see how the information comes in, and so we have to interpret it as psychics and psychic mediums. But my connection with those in spirit is so deep. As a psychic medium, I spend so much of my life communicating with people in spirit. Like that's my life, and I love them, and I have such a deep reverence for them, and I want to show up for them, and I want to protect them, and I want to help them, and that's why I do this. I do it for them, and I hear them, and I feel them, and you can only imagine what that's like as a psychic medium who works so deeply with them out of love and care for them. And so I don't want to start crying, because a lot of times, I'm channeling the people in spirit, their emotions. I'm channeling their emotions. And I just have to say thank you, Spirit, for helping me, for showing up. Thank you, Mamta, for showing up. Thank you for protecting me. When you're giving me insight and protecting me from what I see, and being able to get things that are actually helpful, even if I don't know how they're going to be used, and giving me, encouraging me. I'm going to share this here, and I shared it when I did the video for Misha, that the reason why I started this podcast is because of Misha and Mamta, these two ladies and their babies. Baby Armani, Misha's baby she was pregnant with, and Mamta's daughter, Nima. I felt like... this is so important. I've been working on missing person cases behind the scenes for 5 years, and I've never felt as called to share my findings publicly until I started working on Misha and Mamta, helping to locate them. And then I was like, okay, I have to do this. I have to do it. So they've just paved a path here for more insight to get out, and helping not only them, but the future people and cases I'm going to work on, that I'm going to be sharing, in hopes that law enforcement, in hopes that private search teams, and hopes that family and friends will pick up these findings and use them and explore them. Again, this is not a science. I can't say that everything I get is accurate from spirit. It's left to my interpretation, and I don't think that I can be 100% accurate. It's not easy. But I try, and I do my best, and I do it with love, and I do it with as much clarity as I can have. And I ask for repeated things. A lot of my findings, you're going to see that they're repeated, because my thing with spirit is, the more you can repeat it to me, spirit, the more I know that this means something, and this is accurate to some extent for some reason. So when you see like doubles and triple of the same thing over and over again, I would really pay attention to that. Also, like these little doodles that I do, like if I'm doodling it, it means something. That pattern of those trees, that zigzag pattern, stands out to me so much. I don't know if there's some trees that are like that in specific areas. Also, a yellow fire hydrant stands out to me. Again, I will do another video if and when I get more information from Mamta and her loved ones in spirit, and my people in spirit that have been helping me. Thank you so much, Spirit. I couldn't do this without you. This is a collective effort from Spirit and for people here living. We all come together. We do our part. We all have a part in it, and I think that it's important that we join together. And again, I can't stress this enough. Use your own intuition. Use your own intuition and do things out of the love that you have in your heart, and you're sure to come across truth with intuition and with love. All right, that's it for me. Take care of yourselves.